Hey folks, Salty Seaman here with another military media bullshit for you. Do a little mini review of a couple episodes of Robotech. You know, I continue to get requests for sci-fi and stuff that isn't real U.S. military. So, you know, these kind of, you know, and you know, I kind of made the rule I didn't want to do anything outside of, you know, what is feasibly realistic. But I mean, I've already kind of broken that. You know, I did DuckTales. You know, so looking at these kind of movies or these shows could be a lot of fun. So just do a quick review of the couple episodes, give my commentary and thoughts on their military ways at least. One of the things about this show, and I watched this growing up as a kid, you know, was just how much more serious and mature this show was compared to a lot of what, you know, we were getting as kids back in the 80s from American programming. I mean, right off the bat, you know, the titular SDF-1 first crashes. We see it destroy a city, and, you know, they're letting us know, like, you know, hey, those people didn't evacuate. You know, you're in for a bit more than normal here, kids. Booby.
A ceasefire was ordered, and world leaders banded together to form a united Earth government.
Oh, such a hopeful idea for humanity, and we wouldn't tear ourselves apart trying to claim this piece of technology.
Fellas, I had a late dinner with Commander Fokker. Claude.
Fraternization. So I don't quite get the age gap between Roy and Rick in this show. You know, Roy's supposed to be like a big brother to him, which we think, like, you know, would probably be 5 or 6 years older, but you know, if he served, we'll say, you know, he served 4 years during the Galactic Civil or the World War III, whatever was going on, for 4 years, and then he was working on the Robotech project for 10. That would put him about 14 years in the service, since he's regularly gone back home to where, you know, he would have been hanging around Rick. So I mean, it's not implausible, but you know, he's a lieutenant commander. Okay. But yeah, I always felt like the age and their relationship didn't quite mesh up. Even with Roy there, the fact that he didn't get like shot down by small gunfire and then immediately tackled by security for his stunt is, I think in any universe we'll call military bullshit on that one. If I recall correctly, nephew Jason here disappears after the first 5 or 6 episodes. My understanding is the actor wanted too much money to stay on. Here is our top secret, state-of-the-art sci-fi jet here, which I'm sure everything is still hugely classified on. But yeah, some farm kid who can fly a prop engine dust cropper. We'll let him just run around inside. Why not? Yay, Britai! So they can toggle radio directly to Hunter's plane. It's a microphone. They just decided like this could be a two-way radio. But somehow Commander Fokker does not carry around any kind of immediate communication device to talk to HQ. He has to physically go there and check it out. Which, of course, for plot purposes, leaves Rick or Hikaru, if you are a traditionalist nerd, anime dork, whatever. But it leaves him alone and to get to the crux of our plot.
Captain Glover!
Yes, what is it, Sandy?
No smoking on the bridge. It's against regulations, sir.
I was just holding it. I wasn't going to light it.
Finally, a little bit of realism out here. Except, of course, for talking shit to your captain. And who doesn't trust the maniacal, drunken Russian Admiral Captain guy here? Yeah, the more I think about it, Roy is a terrible officer. He just got so excited and wrapped up in getting to go fight in the Robotech planes. You know, completely forgot about his old buddy he left in the cockpit of said plane. You know, highly expensive, one would assume, highly classified piece of gear. You know, he let a teenage kid, I think he's supposed to be 17, 18 in the show, starting off. You know, you know, if it wasn't for all the events that's going to happen, he should definitely be court-martialed for this. So the launch control officer doesn't recognize that some unqualified civilians in one of her planes. He gives no confirmation codes of his identity. None of the ground crew seems to notice. Yeah. And of course Rick is just going to go along with this because plot. Given that the entire crux of the next episode is Rick trying to learn to pilot this unfamiliar machine, I kind of overall let it slide on, you know, just, you know, how well he does pretty much, you know, just with his knowledge of a very primitive, otherwise flying machine. You know, you can kind of sort of give it to him. However, his smoothness and just being able to take off with no problem, I think, you know, that kind of stretches the bounds of, you know, what he'd be able to do with this thing, you know, first time sitting in the controls. But and here's Roy, completely nonplussed that his untrained civilian friend is flying around in one of his multi-million, highly classified aircraft that he actually left him in. He's just like, oh yeah, I guess you're a fighter pilot now. Worst officer ever. I used to act out this little bit with my Jetfire toy as a kid. Not gonna lie. And that's going to do it for the Salty Seaman's military media bullshit on Robotech Episode 1, Boobytrap. Booby. If you want to see me do a couple more of these, I'm definitely game for it. If people want to see them, I can definitely do the follow-on episodes, and as many as people might see fit. Since this is a military-related show, I could do a lot of these episodes. So if you're interested, let me know. Next one will be a longer one from a very, very famous military movie, and I'll see you freaks then. Peace.